the main thing.
Yeah, you said it was the best weekend you've had on the boat, wasn't it? Yeah. I think that's charming, isn't it? Because I wasn't even here.
Okay, just a quick intro on this one, very short, because the video is about 25 minutes long before we even start on the intro. This is a two-part video. The first part, we've decided to call it What a Disaster, but the first part is called Before Disaster Strikes. We moored after having the boat blacked and the gunnels painted. We moored at Wolhampton, and we were hit in 2 weeks we were there. We were hit no less than 7 times, and that is 7 collisions. 2 were day boats, 4 were hire boats, and the remainder were narrowboat and widebeam. On one occasion, somebody tried to turn after the road bridge, and if you know Wolhampton Lock, there's a hell of a flow. And they drifted down the canal sideways, wedged on the bank on the opposite side, and wedged against our boat, and then proceeded to reverse backwards and forwards on my lovely new paintwork. To the point where I got so upset, I used some very choice words. I didn't film it, because obviously when somebody's wedged against your boat, you don't film, you go and help. But yeah, so in the act of trying to preserve my paintwork, I was hit 7 times. That happened in the first part of this video, but obviously we haven't got any footage to show you. What comes up in the second part? Well, there's a little taster at the end of this video, so if you want to see what we think is quite a nasty collision, then watch till the end and you'll see what I'm talking about. Anyway, enjoy. Okay, we're on our way. We're heading back towards the Thames. Today we're going to try and aim for Midgham. Not a massive journey, 4 miles, 5 locks, 2 swing bridges, but we'll take you along for the ride. So, we're at our second lock. Unfortunately, we thought the locks would be in our favour, but it turns out that there was a boat ahead of the one that was coming up on the last lock, and so he said that all the locks are now going to be against us. But that's fine, it's only a short journey, 4 miles. It's not too long. Weather's good. Hey ho, it's boat time, isn't it? If you're in a hurry and you're on a boat, you're doing the wrong thing. You shouldn't be on a boat if you're in a hurry. You should be in a car doing 70 miles an hour. So we'll take it as it comes, and hopefully we'll get to our destination and find a nice mooring spot. Right, lock 2 done. There is a fierce flow on that river, and currently I'm doing tick over, and look how fast I'm going. I'm just being pulled along by the current. So anyway, heading to our 3rd lock of the day. Lock number 3. Moan alert, moan alert, moan alert. I get the no mow May thing and letting wildlife flourish, etc. But Canal and River Trust are trying their hardest to promote themselves as a mental health and well-being charity, and their strapline is "Life's better by water." Explain to me how encouraging people to come down to the canals that they can't see because of the 8 foot of reeds or nettles or brambles, it's going to improve their mental health. They could be walking anywhere. They could be walking in the middle of the countryside. You can't see the canal. So surely, if you want people to come down to spend time by the water, because life's better by the water, cut the stuff back so they can see the bloody thing. Rant over.
Into the narrow section at Thatcham. The tiniest of narrowboats. I think you could moor that anywhere. Come on, Canal and River Trails, this is to the extreme. I'm all for conservation, but this is crazy.
So, I start every sentence with so or okay. This is Monkey Marsh Lock. This is one of the oldest locks in the country, I believe. 1718 this was first constructed. Obviously what we're sitting in now is a 1990s replica, because it was all replaced and rebuilt when the canal was restored. But yeah, originally built by, I think it was a guy called John Hoare from Newbury, and there were, I think, 28 of these locks. Don't quote me on that, but I think there were certainly an awful lot more. I think there's only 2 in existence. There's this one, and then there's one further down at Thiel. There is the evidence of another one as you come out of the lock just before Tile Mill, but that's all overgrown now. Oh, a bit smelly in here. Rotting vegetation submerged underwater. Yeah, probably one of the smelliest locks, I think. Well, that was a bit of excitement. As usual, we're the world's worst camera people, so camera operators. We didn't get any of it on film. We sat and doing our day job, and we hear splashing in the water, and the dog starts barking, and we thought it was a swan. And we look out the window, and it's a cow, and he's swimming. I'll show you where. He's swimming in this water. Now this water is incredibly deep because it's river fed, and he was struggling to keep his head above water. So we went out and we just stood there and didn't know what to do. And in the end, after some quick deliberation, we decided to phone 999 for the fire service, because we'd seen on a television programme that they have a special unit that deals with extracting animals from sticky situations. So they very swiftly sent somebody out. Luckily, whilst we were waiting for the fire service to arrive, the cow swam across onto the towpath side and managed to get enough strength to climb out on a low part of the bank. Then we shooed it back down the towpath away from the main road. Now we're trying to locate the farmer. I've cancelled, by the way, in case anybody's wondering, I've cancelled the fire service. They were very grateful for me letting them know, and I did apologise and say, look, we genuinely felt this cow was in danger of drowning. Anyway, so we're now trying to locate the farmer, because the cow is currently walking up the towpath back from whence it came. We've met one of the workers from, there's a gravel pit over the field yonder, and he came down with his walkie-talkie and mobile, and he said that he'd spoken to his estate manager, and they had the farmer's telephone number in the field opposite. So he said it's almost certainly one of his cows, so they're going to try and locate the farmer and get him to come and collect the cow. So, a bit of drama, but you know, as usual, we get none of it on film. Not a shred on film. Any other boat vloggers would have had the whole thing documented, but not us.
And I've been to see if I could find the farmer. There's no sight of the farmer. And I went to talk to people that were in the nearby houses. And the one person that apparently would know who the farmer is out.
So we're on our way. Today we're doing the dreaded Wolhampton lock. Hopefully Julie will capture all of the excitement on camera. We've had a fair bit of rain, which makes the river that feeds into the canal quite fierce. So it'll be interesting. I mean, many boats have gone through, including Widebeams. I'm sure they've all survived, but I'm just a bit precious now with all my lovely blacking and the lovely painted gunnels. So, but hey ho, not a lot you can do about it. So let's see how we get on. First lock done, got a swing bridge coming up.
So Mark's got some volunteers doing the locks. This is the river flowing. Sacrificial narrowboat, and yes, it is a sacrificial narrowboat. It's actually placed there for you to bounce off of if need be. You always have a pub full of people, and you see as we follow this through, you then have to do a bit of a turn at the end, but the water is flowing, so it seems to push you through. Now we don't want to hit any concrete bits. I'm going to operate the swing bridge, the road bridge. Now I've got to wait. I can just see the volunteer lock keeper in the distance, and I've got to wait for him to give me the sign, and then I will open the swing bridge. Let's give him the nod. It's time to come through. I can't watch.
Doggies are getting a trip to the vets today. They don't know it. Do you, boys? Okay? You don't know it yet. Trips to the vets. But that also means treats. Excuse the dirty windows. We're parked under a tree.
And the shaky camera. Where are we off to? Trowbridge.
Trowbridge. We're going to take the dogs to the vets.
Yes, annual checkup, isn't it?
Yeah, annual checkup. We'll get a sneaky McDonald's while we're there as well for our lunch.
Will we?
Always a bonus.
Wow. Such a beautiful drive though, isn't it?
It is stunning. Oh, Julie, you look a bit stressed.
I am. I've got, obviously I'm a committee member for the Southern Nature Wildlife Exhibition, and I'm one of the I am the secretary, so I need to get lots of minutes out and emails out to people chasing them. I also need to get my own exhibits into the exhibition. I still have 2 more to paint.
When do they need to be in by?
Got till Sunday. Today is Thursday. Friday I've got to go to Melksham in Wiltshire to pick up stock from storage, as I'm doing a show on Saturday in Melksham. Oh, and I've got a huge... It's laughable now, isn't it?
I've got one of them.
I got another huge exhibition at Corsham, in the Corsham Gallery, and I need 15 paintings for them, and they're asking me for what they're going to be and how much they are, and that has to be in the next week.
Just give you a little insight into Julie's working practices. What are you doing, Julie Weir?
I am silver leafing.
Your head?
Steadies off. No? Right. Oh.
Yeah.
I'm adding silver leaf to one of my paintings, and it is a messy job.
Let's see.
The leaf goes everywhere. I'm just trying to dust off any of the excess at the moment.
And we've got silver leaf on the table, silver leaf on your head, silver leaf in the carpet, which you can't really see, but it's all over the carpet.
Oh
yeah. Yeah,
all
I mean
well.
it's everywhere. So yeah.
Sorry.
It's like working with glitter.
It is like working with glitter. It does go everywhere.
It does. Welcome to a new feature. It's called Secret Cam. Don't lick my face. Get off. Right. Secret Cam. Don't lick my face, Ernie.
Bloody Wally.
Thanks, Ernie. Thanks, Ernie.
I know, he's stupid, isn't he, Ernie?
There she sits. A solitary figure, less a spotted artist. In a natural habitat.
Framing lots and lots of paintings for the Southern Nature Art Exhibition.
Can I get off the floor now?
I don't even know why you're on the floor.
Secret Cam.
First job of the day. Get some paracetamols. It's going to be a long day. Good morning. On this very first summery day for weeks. It's felt like autumn for so long. We're only at really the end of the first week of August, and this is our first sunny day for ages. So we're going to move. We're moving from Wolhampton today. It's going to be a long slog. I've been recovering from a back problem that I've got, which is ongoing, and unfortunately I never know when it's going to be an issue. It was an issue for the last week, so I've had to try and calm things down and not do too much lifting. Today, unfortunately, we have to go a long distance. We need to get to Cookham in just a couple of days' time because our car is due to go in for an MOT. So the river is running quite fast, and as you can see, there's lots of shadow today. The river ice section of the canal is a little bit faster, shall we say, than the Thames feels. We've got some windy bits to come.
Okay, I've got my sun hat on because the sun, although it doesn't look like it right now, was in my eyes directly. So going down a windy canal, well actually a river ice section, which has had days and days and days of rain, with the sun in front of you, can be a bit tricky to see. We've just negotiated the first of the difficult bendy bits, we'll call it. Bit hairy in places, you go around a bend, the back end won't stop swinging, you're swinging towards a tree, and then you have to stick it in reverse to try and stop you so that you effectively drift round corners, and then power on to try and power back into the current so that it doesn't drag you into trees. Still, we've managed to do it unscathed, and we're now heading towards our first lock, which is Aldermaston. Huh? Oh.
I will be honest, we will be happy when we are off the canal and back on the river again. It's certainly more challenging, shall we say, when you've got bad back and you're both working full time. It does become quite challenging to move the required distance all the time. And that is just because I'm down in West Sussex quite often, doing different shows and things like that. So this stretch is river fed, which means the water is actually moving and reasonably fast for a canal. There are quite a few 90-degree bends. There have been a few hire boaters stuck either side of the canal that have got lodged on the bends. Let's hope we don't get stuck today. And we're not far now from Froudsbridge Marina. Morning. Mark's just adding some revs just so that we can get better control of the boat as it goes around the bend. And I'm just going to tell him that we've got another bend coming. This is we're going that way, so that he knows we've got a bend coming up this direction. Morning.
I don't know if you can hear me above the din of the lock. Sorry about the dust. This is Aldermaston Lock. It's massive. After this we've got the road bridge, it's a lift bridge. Then we've got another lock, then we've got another road swing bridge, another lock and another road swing bridge, and then we get to the services at Tile Mill. So we're going to try and get to the cunning man today, and I think I said that's 8 locks, 8 swing bridges. That's a lot of work, but we're going to do our best, because the aim is to be out on the Thames by tomorrow evening.
They're just out of the day as well.
Well, that was fun. We had a Widebeam coming through, and then a holiday boat, instead of giving way and waiting, decided he was going to come through. To be fair, they're just a day hire boat, so bless them, they've only been on the boat for a matter of seconds, because this is where they've picked it up from. Heading through the trees. And on our way to the next lock. That seemed to have taken forever.
Volume, testing, volume, testing, volume. So this is our third lock of the day. Let me just reverse. We've got a road bridge, a lock, a road bridge, then services. I know I keep repeating it, but that's our halfway point. We'll probably hit it by, it's 18 minutes past 12 now, I reckon by 1 o'clock. Get some lunch, fill up with water, empty rubbish bins, etc, etc, and then push on to the Cunning Man, where I think a pint is waiting. I'm sure a pint is waiting, but we'll see. I'll have to sweet talk Julie for that. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, it's free to do so, and also don't forget to click the bell icon that's around the screen somewhere.
And don't forget to leave your comments. Mark will answer every single one.
And don't forget to leave your comments. I will answer every single one, apparently. Yeah, leave your comments in the box down below and I will answer every single one, and we will see you next time. We'll try and make it not quite as big a gap, but we've promised before. In fact, we've over-promised before. Promised. Oh yeah, part 2. That will be coming next week, so ignore everything I've just said. There will be another video next week, part 2, where disaster strikes. It's not the Towering Inferno, but it's bad for us.
Yeah, nearly got decapitated. It's not good, is it?